Hey everybody out there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in to another episode of Dating Diaries. You got to bear with me. I had a long day that is just um okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We are fine going live. Let me get you guys. I actually got to get Scorpio Moe in here. I did not get him the link. And so he's got to join. So we should be getting him in here in just a second. This is your host, Christal XO, and I am excited to be here on a Wednesday. You guys know I was traveling last week, but I am back. I am back in Atlanta. Back in Atlanta and happy to be home. Happy to be home. Happy to be in my home. Happy to be back in my home studio. I got to get my home studio fixed up. But I am excited to be here, and Mo should be jumping on in just a second. You guys, let us know where you are watching from. We've been talking about that. You guys know I was in Chicago last week, actually this past weekend, and so I had a chance to talk to some of our XOs. Hey, Edna, some of our XO family that was out in Chicago. So go ahead and let us know where you are reaching out from. Hey, Marriott. Hey, Miss J. Reed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys come on in, come on in, come on in. I love Toronto. That's awesome. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I actually may be heading out there soon, Miss J. Reed. I had a layover there because I went from LA to Chicago. And for some reason, I don't know why we went through Wisconsin, but I wasn't trying to get off. But I did show up there. I did show up there. Not my work truck. What's going on in your work truck, gun boss? Hey, Cherry Redhead Poppin'. Live from Jersey. That's what's up. All things Emma. Houston, what's up, Shar? You guys come on in. We have a good conversation for you. Our good friend Mo, Scorpio Moe, will be chiming in here in just a second. I just got him the link, so I know he's getting himself set up. So he can join in. The conversation is, oh, you're from your work truck. Okay. No, you're from South Cackalack. My husband is a whole Southern country boy. Okay.
Man.
Okay.
What up, everybody?
What's going on? We got a little bit more light. Where's the light? We need light on your face, sir.
I was trying to get it together, but I didn't get the what's the name until just now. So I'm running around.
Yeah, so I thought you had the link. I didn't even know. I didn't even look at my phone until just now. And it was like link. Oh, Marriott says, what happened to the boudoir, Mo?
To the what?
The boudoir. That is the bedroom in Francais.
To the who?
What happened to your background?
What you mean, what happened to it?
She's asking about your background.
What, the old background? I still got it. It's on the other side. I didn't thought they meant like something happened here. I thought I had to.
No, she's saying, is this the new Scorpio Moe?
Y'all gotta give me a second, y'all. This is that better?
Yes, that is better. Yes.
This is new content on another on the channel I'm doing. Sorry, y'all. So this is the background. This is see. I don't know if you can see that. If you're able to see
the Let's Get Fly. There's a plant.
Seeing how it looks on YouTube, but I still have the other one. I'll be back on there on Friday. I'm just testing it out today. What's up, y'all? How y'all feel?
Yeah, we got a roll call happening.
We got one thing. Hold on.
We'll let him give his channel out as soon as he gets back.
All right.
Okay, he's back. Okay. Marriott asked, what is your channel?
Scorpio Moe _ Let's Get Fly. You'll see the links in the bio if you follow me on Instagram. Matter of fact, that's probably the best thing to do so I can get my Instagram followers up. They're going up, but I need more. So the link is in the bio. The link to here is in the bio as well. So I'm still doing both. I don't want nobody to think I'm leaving or anything. I'm still doing both.
Okay. Well, we appreciate that.
So what's up?
Man, I'm glad to be home. First of all, I'm glad to be home. I was traveling, and you know how you could go places and you enjoy it, but it's nothing like home. There's no place like home.
Absolutely.
And so I'm glad to be home. I was telling everybody that we have an interesting conversation for tonight's topic on dating diaries. And I think that I personally, this is something that I think you and I disagree on this, which is good because we've had this conversation before.
Oh yeah.
But I want to pull up this. Let me see if I can pull up this. I got to pull up this link first. Hold on. I'm gonna let you. Where are we at? Let me let you talk to the people. You talk to the people. Let me pull up this link because I didn't get the link locked in. So I'm gonna let you take over and see if we can hear anybody in the chat have dating disasters or dating.
Yeah, that's another thing. You said you already put the link in, right?
No, I have not put the link in. I'm getting ready to put the video in.
Okay.
So give me a minute, but you guys just chat amongst yourselves. Yes.
Amongst ourselves. Hey y'all. What up, C Boogie? I see you. C Dub. What up? Yeah, this should be interesting. I'm real curious to see what y'all gonna say about what we got coming up, the subject matter. But also, real quick, where's everybody from? I love the new background. Thank you. Well, this is just temporary. This is only for the day. You got to go to when I drop the other channel on the 24th. That's when you'll see the content that I got on there. Something totally different. It's not a podcast. It's a vlog, and it's featured content and things of that nature. So, but in any case, Christal was talking about coming back because she was what, LA, Chicago.
LA and Chicago, man. And I was the Black Women's Expo. And I had some good questions. I am going to get another fish. Andrea. Obviously, I did not do well.
The other one died too?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, Michelle. Let me post this. Michelle says she had a dating disaster. He smiled with a closed mouth in the pics. When we met, his teeth were very interesting, a little on the darker side and not good. Woo. Woo. Not the darker side. Is the darker side the same as the yellow side?
Put my mic up. Okay. Probably.
Yikes. I do think that a closed smile is not ever a good thing. A closed smile is never a good thing. But
could be an overbite.
Yeah, but but I mean, the thing is, you're going to get surprised. Oh, she said that they were brown. Oh, that's worse than yellow. That's worse than yellow. Oh, Michelle. So, okay, let me ask you this, Michelle. Is that something that was the rest of the package nice to where if you could, you could take him to the dentist? Great question. I mean, concave and okay, never mind. All right, never mind. So it sounds like you gotta. It sounds like you were gonna have to fix them and then recolor them, and that may be a little bit much. That may be a bit much. What is your physical deal breaker? What's your biggest physical deal breaker? I know what yours is, but I'm just going to ask you for the sake of the conversation. What is your number one physical deal breaker? If a woman shows up this way, you're like, no. Overweight. I knew. Yeah. That's for me. Overweight for me. Yeah. Now somebody might see her. I might see somebody, and to y'all, she might be overweight, but to me, she's just fine. Or to somebody, it's just fine to you, and to me, I think though. So, what's overweight for me? Yeah. Okay. And ugly hands, but anyway. No. Well, no. I excuse a couple of ugly pair of hands a couple of times. But how long did you excuse it? Like, what if they reached out to hold your hand? I just didn't look down. But did they feel bad or they just look bad? Even though they look bad and they touched me for some reason because they look bad, I felt like they felt bad. And they might not have, but just because I was turned off, I might have, but anyway.
Yours. What are yours? Height?
Probably. Yeah.
That damn height, boy.
I told you guys that one guy I met in the car, and then he got out the car and he was sitting at the table. His feet were swinging. And I'm not a tall person, but I just it's something about me with my tennis shoes on, looking a guy in the face.
If he's okay, I like that.
I don't like
420 friendly and cigarettes.
I'm with you too, Michelle. I'm not 420 friendly. Not at this age. Like, come on, what you doing with your life? Especially the ones that are like, that's a part of their daily, their lifestyle. Like, nah, bro, I'm good.
If you do it, you better be a well, not the cigarette part, but if you do it, you better be a closet smoker.
But I will say this, I will admit, and I don't know if Gun Boss would have a problem with me telling this, but I don't think he's still on. So I can say it. But when we first got together, well, first of all, I did not think that he smoked. Then I realized that he smoked cigarettes. And I told him, I was like, look, once I discovered it, because he was hiding it from me, probably because he knew it was unacceptable. So once I found out, he told me that he was, oh, whoops, yikes, he's here. So I told him that I didn't think he was still here. Once I found out that he was a smoker, I told him that was a deal breaker for me, and he stopped. And I think it was better because now he's healthier, even though we still got a couple of things to get rid of. But yeah, me too. I have some things that I got to work on for him too. But he did. So my point is, like, you can't. If I had thrown him away when I caught the pack of cigarettes, then I would not have the love of my life. So sometimes we have to be a little bit open. It just can't be one of your absolute deal breakers. See, I don't know if people realize deal breakers mean no way, no how.
Right.
You got to have some stuff that you're like, I could kind of work on it.
Right.
I understand Betty Dean's. I don't like the poor grammar either. Woo.
Like, is it like Vice? Could they switch?
Switch what?
Or like code switch with the grammar?
Yeah, I mean, he has to be able to code, but I don't require you to code switch. So you don't have to talk real hood with me. Like, that's not my thing. So if you don't know how to switch out of that, we got a problem.
There you go.
I like someone that can speak properly, and when we go places, but even with the text, I don't like that.
Now with the text, I swear I be getting tricked.
How is that?
Because I swore I type right, but for some reason, once it gets sent and I eventually read it back, I'll be like, man,
I know you, and I know you never type right, even though you think you do.
Now here's the thing. I ain't gonna lie. I don't proofread a lot because I don't like typing. So I just want to hurry up and get it over with. But I need to proofread more because, man, even when I read it back sometimes, I be like, man.
Have you ever looked at something that you sent a woman and thought, how did she decipher that?
Well, I sent something right back, and then they say, "Oh, I figured it out." I mean, and then the S on some things, I swore I made plural, but apparently it wasn't, or stuff like this. It bothers me, man.
El Chopper says sloping shoulders, small forearms, and tiny hands on a grown man. Can I tell you that guy that I went out with, his feet were swinging at the table. He had all of those things, a baby forearm, tiny hands, and tiny little shoulders. He was just a wee little man. But I don't, my favorite part of a man is shoulders and arms. So I'll just leave it at that. But I see you, sis, and I understand. But I will also tell you, the older we get, I've noticed that all men's shoulders start to slope and chest as the older they get.
You know what else happens too? And I want you to take a good look at this. Look at all the tall men in their 60s and 70s.
They're hunched over. Yeah, they're like this. Their knees. Yeah.
Oh,
tall men.
Yeah. The hype man comes back for you, boy.
They do. They do. Meanwhile, all the little short 5'8" dudes is walking around upright and with great posture. But I'll take the chance. I'm okay. I think, Michelle, I really believe the guy that I went out with, he was not a little person, but I do believe that he had some of the, that he might have been like, he might have had some of the chromosomes.
That's
He might have had some of the chromosomes. Yeah.
It's like people with the long torso and the short arms.
Yeah, I think he had some chromosomes, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Wanted to ask you guys, I did put the link in the chat. I'm going to put the link in the chat one more time. One more again. Oh, I like that, China Doll. I agree with you, but that's hard to find. I like for a man to be smarter than I am. I don't like talking with someone and every other word is what they mean and what that means. I want to be intrigued. I want to learn something from him. I agree with you 100%. However, that can often be hard to find.
Date older. That's what I would suggest to you.
Ladies. Yeah, I told y'all about the 54-year-old man when I was in my 30s. He was brilliant and 54. And his teeth looked like they were 54. Yep. I didn't know what that looked like. I was in my early 30s. I was, you know, I was ignorant to what that mouth looked like. And he obviously had great dental insurance, but just, you know, something about a 54-year-old mouth that don't quite look like a 30-year-old mouth. He's been here for a while, chewing and yawning and
making old man noises, which I'm trying, man, I do not want to be one of them old dudes, boy.
Well, you have to embrace it.
I'll be like, get away from me. Get why do you, what is with all this congestion and grunting?
Oh, God.
Annoying to me. So I can imagine a wife.
No comment. I'm sure we're annoying to them as well. All right, so let's get into our dating conversation. The dating dilemma for tonight. As I said, Mo and I think disagree on this. We've talked about it before. Can't wait to hear what you guys say. I'm going to play this clip and then we're going to get into tonight's dilemma.
Never a girlfriend. I'm either like engaged to be married or he's my friend. Like I don't do the girl. I think that's just a game. Girlfriend is not a real title for me. So we're either getting to this point of marriage or we're just friends. You skip
girlfriend?
Yes.
So it's not I'm your girl. It's like y'all are building and then it's like proposal.
Correct. But that takes a very confident woman, a woman who's not afraid to say, that man is not talking to me anymore. I haven't heard from him. I don't know what happened to him. You know, women don't like to say that. So they try to hold on to whoever they have as long as they can. I don't mind saying it.
All right. So the question for tonight is, do you acknowledge, do you believe in girlfriends and boyfriends after age 40? Now, I'm going to let you 30-year-olds have it because, you know, the idea of a girlfriend or a boyfriend, if you're in your 30s, okay, you could still have a boy. He's still youthful. After 40, he's no longer a boy. That's a man friend or a woman friend. And I don't feel like those things are irrelevant. I just think that in your 40s and up, if you are in a relationship with someone, you're dating or you're engaged or married. Like, you can't be like, that's my boyfriend and you 52. He's not a boy. He's a man friend. And what does that even mean with a 52-year-old? Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I just think that you're dating or you're together, and you're not together unless you're engaged and you're married. Because if you're not just going steady, you going steady with grandkids. I just don't agree with it. I don't. And I also feel like this. I feel like if you are 48, 49 years old, and you meet a man and you guys are dating for 6 months to a year, 2 years, if that man has not asked you to marry him within a certain amount of time, that may not be where you guys are at. Now, there are some couples or some people that don't want to get married, and then they're just dating, or they're just, but you can't, but I don't think if you meet a man, right, and he has a woman that he's dating, that he's exclusive with, but he's interested in, that doesn't, I mean, he's still on the market. You're technically still on the market until you're engaged. That's my point. I'm dropping my mic. What say you, Scorpio Moe?
Woo! Touch the nerve.
Man friend. Are you somebody's man friend?
Yeah, y'all not going about to play with me in these words. these slick words to get out of stuff. I'm hip to it. Now all of a sudden we start taking away traditional things to hurry up to get to this destination. Right? But we still want tradition. And we keep jumping over things and wondering why things don't fall in the proper order or just flow. So the name boyfriend and girlfriend, I get the name, but we all know what it really means, right? And what I personally think is, and this is just me, it's not law. Mm-hmm. With the title becomes responsibility, right? And with the responsibility, or if there is no responsibility, there has to be accountability. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what they're running away from is. So you don't want to be labeled that because you don't want to have to deal with what comes with that. So it's easy to say, well, we're not married. You know what I mean? Well, technically we're not, and it's escape. It's a scapegoat. It's to me, it's BS. Like, what is it? These are just the stages. We don't have to be in these stages long, but what is the stage? I mean, because soon as I start seeing other women are cheating, then it's going to be like, well, or you go out with someone, the woman goes out with someone. Well, technically we're not together. And then what could I say? That's what that is. Or you're trying to pin me to marriage. I don't know quite yet. I'm not saying there has to be a long engagement. I'm not saying there has to be a long girlfriend, boyfriend thing, but I like titles because it establishes what we are. If you go to a job, you don't become the supervisor on the first day. You work your way up. Management, middle management, super. This is the chain. And now we want to skip the chain to get to something we might not be necessarily ready for. And I wish somebody would. And somebody did. Somebody did. I don't believe in that. And that's just, it is a turnoff for me, to be honest with you.
So let me ask you this. What do you say? Do you say, will you go with me?
I might. Or it's just a simple, let's define what we are. Let's talk about it. Hey, what are we doing? It comes, I've said it, they've said it, because I know people, if you don't, people will color outside the lines, but they'll get mad or want to establish something when they see you're getting attention, or you might be drifting off somewhere else. Then they want the title. Well, what are we? It's all cool until somebody else catches their attention. Then it's like, well, I don't like for it to get that far. For me personally,
yeah.
What it is now, I can hold you accountable, and you can hold me accountable for what's going on. And I think that's what we escaping.
Are we exclusive?
Huh?
Yeah, I think exclusivity is that is important, because for me, I don't want to be intimate with people that are being intimate other places. That is not something I'm open to doing at this point in my life. So, but I also think, and I'll just say, this is just my opinion, just like you, it's not Bible. And I think also, I encourage people to be free thinkers and think for yourself.
There you go.
At one point in my life, I did not want to get married, right? I did not want to get remarried. I was so over the idea of going back into a marriage because of what I had went through, right? So I just wanted someone that I could have a good time with. Partnership was what I was looking for more so than marriage. I I did not need a father for my kids. I didn't want, after hearing so many men, I just didn't want to even try to enter that situation. So at that point in my life, I was not looking for someone that wanted to get married. I did encounter men at that time that did want to get married. And that was, we had a difference in opinions, right? I told you it was a couple guys tried to like force a square peg into a round hole. And I was like, I would run. I was a runner. I was a runner because I was afraid I wasn't ready for that. So, and I know a lot of men that are on the other side as well that necessarily don't want that. So if you don't want marriage, that's fine. But for people that do want marriage, and I did become that later, I do think that you have to be specific about what you want, because at this point, after 40 years old, being somebody's girlfriend or being exclusive with someone for years upon years, if your goal is marriage, can be counterproductive. You see what I'm saying?
I believe that. I like the time on it.
So I think you have to look at what is your timeline? What does this look like? Now, this is only after you guys are in a place that the conversation is needed. I don't agree with women bringing that up on the first and second date, because you don't know if you like a person. You may not like him. You just want him to be locked down. You don't know if you like him or not. Don't do that. Like I think that's people that are trying to want to be married for the sake of marriage. They're not necessarily looking for their right fit. Because if you want to be married for the right fit, then you don't know if you like him on the first date. You're getting to know him just like he's getting to know you. But once we're at this point and we've started to ingratiate ourselves into each other's lives, then a conversation has to be had. And I don't want to be, we got to be honest. Like, if you are dating someone for 3 years with no potential timeline on marriage, you could be missing out on your husband by walking around with a boyfriend.
Right. I like the timeline. I agree with what you said. If there's a timeline, we can do that. But I like the because here's what it is. Like, for the fellas out there, I know we don't have a lot of fellas, but for the fellas out there, I want y'all to be very, very careful with the word friend.
Man,
that friend word is tricky when she introduced you as a friend, because I've been plenty of friends, and I've bumped into women in the mall with a friend, a male friend, and then she introduces me as a male friend. As well. And I know what I do with her. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying, like, define what it is, because did he do what I do? You know what I'm saying? That friend, I've been friends invited to places I shouldn't have been, just on the simple fact that they told them I was just their friend, and I was not. So I like title. Once we get to the point, you don't meet someone and just become the title. Like the steps that you said, start to learn people's mood swings and understand what makes them tick. Does that work for you? So on and so forth. But once we get into the point of, okay, where are we? We can take away the boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm cool with that, but let's call it, are we exclusive? But let's have something in place to hold us accountable. I like structure. Without structure, to me, things get crazy. And we can't hold anyone accountable. And
that's what you're looking for. Like, if people are looking for that.
No. Well, we can't get into nothing. If they don't want it, I can't make them.
But there's some people that are not necessarily looking to be tied down. Specifically, people. It could be someone that's either people that are younger or people that have just come through a divorce. When people have just got through a divorce, or they may have just gotten over, if they have just gone through some type of life-altering change, lost a parent, lost a child, dealt with a serious illness, these people may not be ready to be locked in to your structure at that point. So I think that's why it's important to have those conversations. Now, we're talking about this because, as we know, dating is the beginning of all of this, right? And one of the biggest things that I hear men complain about is the fact that women are often coming to dates with this information, with the information about what are you trying to do, like, and I think that's wrong. So let's talk about, like, when are these what is the timeline? What does this look like on these conversations? I know that people say that women should be dating intentionally, and even men. And I'm here to say men do the same thing, because there are sometimes men will come to the table if there's something that they like, or if they've gotten themselves to a place where they know they want to be married. Men will often press the button as well. So let's talk about, like, when do we feel like, if you're dating after a certain age in life, right? When should you start having the conversations about you and the other person? And when should you just, because to me in the beginning, it really should just be about getting to know them without any type of like format, right? I don't want a person thinking that I'm trying to press them and trick them into marriage on the first, second, third date.
Right.
But what does that feel like to you? And can you give us an example of when you felt that pressure, like, too soon?
Right. First, I do like to get out early at some point. Are you dating with a purpose? Now, it might not be for me, but just in general, are you just out here? You know, because I'm in the market for this. It might not be with you, but you know what I'm saying? Okay. Then once that's established, yeah, move forward with that or not move forward. The other thing is the early stuff. Like, I've seen stuff really, really, really early that scared me.
Like what?
It's how it was said. Situations where yeah, I gotta be careful when I say it. But situations where people were just moving a little too. Anytime somebody moves too fast, I'm nervous. It scares me. I think you're up to something.
Me too. I'm with you. I'm with you.
And the thing is, inviting me to meet your family super early. Like, you're excited and you're like, you know what? Such, I would love for you to come. I'm talking about second, first day. I've had women put their kids on the phone.
I don't like it. Why are they putting the kid on the phone? And what do you say? Hello?
Not much. And I've had situations where people wanted to move closer to me.
Move their proximity, like their home?
Well, you know, they happened to be moving, and they were like, well, if I could do it near you, it might save some. And we ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I think that is wilder than kids on the phone, because Marriott said your Uncle Moe is on the phone.
Uncle Daddy.
that is wild, because you don't know if this is gonna work. Why do I want to move? That's jumping too fast.
Well, they put it in the air, and it was like, you know, I would move over here, but dang, I'm already far from you. So, you know, I did used to like over that part of town, and that's something to consider. And I just be like, you're always going to be with you. So, first, do what's best for you, whether it's me or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is wild.
And good people, sweet people, but
of course,
a little
but
much.
I think that you nailed you hit the nail on the head when you said, like, well, I don't trust it. Like, I don't. You can't trust it. Can't trust it. Like, why are you that? First of all, with a child, why are you putting a child on the phone with someone they don't know? Like, that is, and I guarantee you, if they put you on the phone that fast, they have put somebody else on the phone. That poor kid is like, here we go again. Because really, that's that person trying to make something that's not. And that's why I probably ran the opposite way. I would not allow my kids to see anybody I dated at all, because I did not want them to go through that. I felt like that was like, they should not meet anyone unless that person was going to be in their life, a constant. And I just think that's because, you see, later kids deal with your breakups like it's their breakup. You should not be, I don't feel, this is just my opinion, you should not be introducing kids to people that you're not planning on marrying. I remember I had this guy one time, and he was going to see my son, and I was like, do not speak to my son. Don't say anything, because I didn't want him thinking that this is somebody mom is dating, because that wasn't his place. I wasn't even at that point yet, you know? So
Yeah, you gotta.
that's a huge no.
It's a lot of Uncle Daddies out there. Trust me.
But I will say this, Mo, and for women that do that, a lot of them, they're trying to create the family, right?
Right.
You're trying to create a sense of, because I think most of us grew up really wishing that we could have the quintessential family,
Right.
man, babies together, all of it. It feels good when it's all together. When families split up, you're trying to often replace that. So ingratiating him into your family makes it feel like it's real, right? So I think it's coming from a good place. It may be a desperate place.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it feels a little bit desperate. And I don't think that's something that you should do. Miss Hale said I had a guy propose after a week. He had a whole diamond too. Girl.
He had that. He been at that diamond, just so you. He been at that diamond.
What happened? You need to tell us. We need the rest of that story. So did you say, obviously you said no. Hopefully you said no.
Or did you?
Or did you? A week? What do you think is too soon? Because sometimes people do have feelings, or people do feel a connection. For you, Mo, what is too soon? Because I know we've talked about a lot of your dating situations, and I will say this: there are some guys that move fast, but women move way faster than men. Like the stories you tell me, people calling you babe after the day one, calling on all the breaks and wanting to talk all 24/7 with the pet names. That's
the pet names. Let me earn my pet name. Don't have no generic pet name where you just slide me in. And that's a giveaway too.
It is.
Like what?
And there are looking for mothers for their children. There are, anytime a man wants you to meet his children and they're little, I don't fall for it, ladies. He is looking for a mom. He wants a mother. He probably can't do their hair. He probably don't know what to tell them when they start having period talk.
Whoa.
He wants to find a mother for them. Don't do it.
Hey, it's tough, and they move too fast. I be just thinking they don't want a man, they want help. And that's the bad part about it, because even you were like, thanks for everybody for wishing me all the well wishes, because I was sick the last time we was on here. Thank y'all. But Christal said something at the end of the show, and y'all go back and watch it. And she said this when I was sick before. She was like, see, this is why you need a woman. That's why I don't need a woman. I don't want to need a woman because I'm sick. I don't ever want to say that when something's bad happening or I need assistance. I want to say it when everything is right, and I'd be like, this would be a nice cherry on top, right? So I only...
That sounds good, but
I'm just telling you, I don't...
No, I get it, but let me tell you something. If you were in a relationship and you were sick,
yeah,
you would appreciate someone taking care of you.
Yeah, I could get that now. I don't have to have a girlfriend to get that. I don't want it because of I think when you pray, like I've seen women that grass cut. See, this is why I need a man. That's hurt. That's almost like when I hear that, I'm like, that's why you need a man. Like
I think you're taking it too literally. Like
no, but that's when they're the most vocal, is when they need something, carrying these groceries, doing chores. Not, you know what? My money is right, my life's right. All I need is a man to slide right in, and he's right and everything. I want to hear it on upbeat. I don't want to hear it when I need something.
Hospice wives. Hold on. Michelle says she said no. Turned out his ex told me that was the same ring he proposed to her with. He was not. Wow.
There you go. I told you he had that ring.
Dang, he just want a wife. He don't care where he find her. Not saying that you're not an amazing woman, because you are, but I'm just like, he was just like, she'll fit, she'll do.
And she put that thing on him too. I'd already know.
You don't know if she put
he wasn't proposing a week. I don't believe that. She put it on him.
She might just be so beautiful, because men are weak for beauty. Men are weak for beauty.
Not to the point of marriage.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think she put that thing on him. We don't know. And you don't have to tell us, Michelle. It's not your job to tell us. We could speculate. But yeah, so I'm asking you, like, what do you think is an appropriate time for you to start feeling like you're part of that person's life, like that person's life? What is a good amount of time for things to start moving where you would be like suspicious?
I'm gonna do like the job. I mean, to me, it's really you guys determine your time, what feels right to you. Obviously, the week is too early, but you do like a job. Look at it in 90 days. You guys, and then say to you, evaluate it. Do we develop a rhythm? Do we feel exclusive? Do I hear from them on a consistent basis? And then at that point, go in. But a lot of it is based on how you feel opposed to a time.
Yeah, I agree. How you feel is important. But I think sometimes people will try to, the whole term of love bombing, somebody will try to make you feel like they feel, and that may not even be really how they feel. They're just trying to, this is how I would act if I was in love. And I want to act like that with you. Like, I remember, like, I don't want to hold your hand and look at the fireworks on a second date. Like, no, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
I might do that. If I like you, I might do that.
I move slow.
And then I be talking on the phone so much. And by the time we see each other,
yeah, I'm not touchy feely early on. It takes me a long time because it just feels weird. Like, to me, you move into that. All right, Rose, our good friend Rose has a question. Rose says, is it a red flag if a guy you just started talking to mentions that he only wants you to date him and no one else? We've only had a couple of phone conversations, so I say yes. What do you say, Mo?
Rose, hold on. Is this about you, Rose?
Yes, because she said that they've only talked on the phone. And so if he said, now this is a good question, because I have several friends that are on dating sites, and a lot of them are saying that men will say they don't want to date them if they're dating other people.
Right. Men become territorial in that aspect. Right. And we don't want to feel like
Dave said that.
Dave said, say it again.
Dave said that, yeah, he did not want to date someone that was dating other people. He did not want to compete.
Well, when you go into it, you don't everybody, or you never know who's you know what I'm saying? You might just be going out with people feeling someone. You met this woman this week, you met another woman this week. So you're trying to figure it out. It doesn't mean you're cheating on anybody because you're not with anybody. I
feel like it's a red flag.
What's the
wait a minute. The guy who was going on the trip is still away. Rose, how long is that trip?
Rose, I done told you. He is back. I'm letting you know he's been back.
He is. I don't know where he. How long is this trip, Rose? What? Now, she did say he reached out to her before he went on the trip, but this is not a bachelorette trip. This is something else. I don't know what's happening. But I do feel like when a man says that, that's unfair, because now my suggestion, I know y'all are not going to like, and Mo is not going to like it either, but I'm also being honest. I don't think it's anyone's business who you're dating. I don't think it's anybody's business. If you and I don't belong to each other, it's none of your business who I'm dating or what I'm doing. I'm not offering any information up. And I also, if you ask me a question, I may not give you a legitimate answer because it's none of your business.
Now, is this prior to, or you said no time? So this is all the way up until marriage? Or
no. I'm saying when you meet a guy on a dating site.
Oh, yeah.
That's none of his business.
Yeah.
Girl,
he's in the UK. Rose, I thought you said the man would.
I thought he was going to like the Dominican Republic.
Yes, South America.
Rose, what's happening?
All right, Rose. I told you now.
Is this another guy, Rose? You need to come on the show because we got some questions. But yeah, no, initially I'm talking about when you meet somebody online. If I meet you on Black People Meet,
yeah,
I'm not giving you any information about what I'm doing. We will get to know each other first. Hold on. Rose says he went 1 week to Costa Rica and a week to the UK. No.
Rose,
he's in the UK now. Let's put him on ice, Rose.
Rose, live your life and see what he talking about when he get back. But don't stop.
Well, she is, because she's talking to somebody else. And Tarika says Rose is building her roster. I'm just thinking of that song. Can I call you Rose? Rose. We don't. The guy that went to the Costa Rica, you said he was coming back. I didn't know he was going to the UK. We're going to put him on ice. Until he comes back to the United States, we're not able to deal with him or consider him an option.
Keep it moving, Rose. The fall is coming. Just putting that out there.
Say he went to Costa Rica and then the UK. That's fine, but he's not an option until he's stateside. At this point, he's just a friend.
There you go.
We're not doing that. But no, I mean, I'm not. If we meet on Black People Meet or on Bumble, and you say and you ask me, am I seeing other people? I don't know you, sir. That's none of your business. Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
What would you say to a woman if she says, I know you got a bunch of other women?
They say that anyway. And what I say is, you know, you never know. I don't like giving direct answers to that. You know, and for men it's a little different. If I ain't had no, if they ain't feel like I had no women, they wouldn't be attracted to me.
So it's not different. Men are the same way.
No, not this man. When anytime a woman brings and somebody told me that brings a man up to try to get me to step up and make me feel away, I'm turned off.
I'm not bringing them up, but I'm saying I'm not bringing them up. But men don't want a woman that nobody else wants. Everybody wants somebody that somebody else wants.
I want what I want. It just so happens other people want some other people might want them too. But
right. But I'm just saying that the very idea of an attractive person means that other people will want that person too.
Right. That's true, you know, but then they get mad when I don't know if they want it to stop when you're with them.
They do, but I mean, eventually it will stop if they do their part, and you guys are right. But if it's not, then we're gonna keep on going, and you'll go on about your way.
Well, I'm saying people being attracted to you, you can't help that. You
can't help that. And 9 times out of 10, if you're attracted to that person, other people are attracted to them as well.
There you go.
We gotta just leave it be. But yeah, I think I agree with El Chapa. And until we're exclusive, who I'm dating is none of your business, period. I know, like for me, I'm not going to ask a question I don't want to know the answer to. And you know that whatever, I don't care if the guy, that wee little man that I went out with that one time, I'm sure he was talking to other women. As unbelievable as that may seem, I'm sure he was, because the world is big. Okay. So whoever you go out with is talking to other people, or something is wrong with them, right? Or
I would tell you this, and this is messed up, and I saw a clip, and I was like, that's what it is, and it's true, and it was about men, and it's so true. And I hate this. It said a man will take up 7 years, 8 years of your life just waiting on another woman to show up.
Ooh, that's so true.
And it's so true, and it's so messed up when you think about it, but it's true. Not all men, or I think it might be a stage that men might go through, and it's like, well, you know, and that's the hard part. I would think that anyone being in a relationship, a woman, let's say a woman, like you done invested into this, the time and possibly even kids. And this man is really just waiting on something better, or waiting to get in a better position. And when he does, he can upgrade you.
Man, I had a guy friend tell me she is just a bridge to get me to the girl I'm supposed to be with. That broke my heart.
But years.
But it can be. It can be. That's why, because but that's why I said earlier in this conversation, I don't believe in that whole thing about that's your man, that's your woman. No, it's not. Because if that man really wants you, you will not be sitting up there 2 years and 3 years without him wanting to marry you.
At 40, I do believe that. But until then, you are my girlfriend for that 1 year or whatever.
And guess what? If I'm your girlfriend, that means if a better option comes along, you didn't put a ring on it.
Nah,
you should have put a ring on it.
That don't.
I mean, you don't have to, but you can't be mad when somebody else does.
Why are you seeing someone else? It means
Y'all see that that meme that was like, oh, you got a boyfriend? I thought you might have been looking for a husband. And I am. If you're ready, I'm ready. No, but I'm just saying, if the person is not, if he's unserious about you, then you should not stay. And I think that because you can waste a lot of your good years.
What would make you think? What does a woman hear to make her say, okay, he's serious about, or what does he do?
That's a good question. So because I think I've shared this with my husband now. He was very intentional about what he was doing. First of all, we didn't have the conversation because we did meet on a Facebook page, but we did not have the conversation about who we were dating. Now we're born 2 days apart, so we kind of be on the same energy. I did not ask him, and he never asked me. So I think both of us were kind of just like, I mean, they cool, but I'm still doing me. And then as time went on, what happened is we just started to take up so much time, and he started doing things to letting me know that he considered me a priority. But I never had to say, are you dating other people and what's going on? Now, once we got to the point where we were spending a lot of time with each other and there was some low-key intimacy, then we did have the conversation about being exclusive. And then I told him, as we were talking about our future, I told him that I was not into long relationships. And I also was not going to live with somebody. I'm not living with someone. Either I'm going to have a husband or I'm not. And so that was it. Yes.
If you found a strand of hair that was not yours in his bathroom, would you have had that conversation then?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what I mean about circumstance. I don't want circumstance for me to have that conversation with her, and I go over there and I see a ripped condom in her.
Yeah, now we're in a bad place. You should have brought this up before.
That's why I like to step. So now I can hold you accountable for.
I think that all comes with timing. When you guys are starting to get to that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask. Toya says, can we talk about Janae Aiko and Big Sean saying he's not ready for marriage? That's actually one of the things that kind of caused us to want to talk about this tonight.
Right.
Because when asked about the relationship, Big Sean said that they have a child together, which to me is a whole different, like, I'm definitely not playing house with no one I have a kid with. We're not going to have a kid unless we're going to be together. I'm not doing that. But he said he didn't want to go into it, which I respect, but they had a lot of things to work through. So what that tells me is the relationship is not in a good place. It's not in a healthy place. But in my opinion, I don't know what exactly they're dealing with, but if you guys have been together that long and the relationship is not in a good place, it could be that you guys aren't supposed to be together. Or you're not doing the work to actually heal yourself, to actually make the relationship work. But that doesn't mean that, obviously he's right. Marriage doesn't fix it. But also, like, if it's taking this long to get together.
Usually when guys that he's staying for the baby. I don't know if he is, but usually.
Well, Toya says he also proposed to Naya Rivera after less than a year. I'm telling you, it don't take these men long. If it's taking him long, chances are he's not really happy there.
I believe that. That's fair. Now, what's long to some people, not long to others, but I do believe that, especially at the age that we're talking about, it shouldn't take that long.
It should not. It should not.
What is we doing?
What is we doing? And I also think, like, life is short. When you look at it, like, life is short. If you in somebody's way, then get out of their way and let them find who would put them as a priority. Like, don't waste people's time.
Get blessed. I'm telling you, you blocking your blessings too.
Yeah.
Knowing you don't want to be there.
That nosy nurse report says I would take a level 5 looking man. What? The better looking he is, the more bees to your honey. I'm beyond having children. His integrity has to be in check. Ma'am, I don't suggest it. I don't suggest that.
What's the level 5 looking? That is that like the rate, the scale ratio? What is that?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh, see, women do it too. You the only
Well,
person.
she's the only person to say that. Now, Big Sean and Janae Aika have been together for 8 years. They don't.
Dang,
No.
it's been that long?
Yeah, with a baby, like 8
Ah,
years
it's
of baby,
fine.
y'all ain't nowhere near ready for marriage. Break up and leave each other alone.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah, the
Don't work
records
it
ain't
again.
sound like he used to. He trying to figure something out. I'm telling you.
And he could be saying for the baby, or like he could be saying because there's a baby there, and also with the two of them, they're a public relationship, so people gonna be all in their business once they announce they're not together. But obviously, you're not together for 8 years with a baby and no wedding ring unless y'all done broke up, and it's been some rocks in that.
Let that girl go, man. Let them NBA players get all up in their DM because that's what's gonna happen.
Not level 5 is that medium ugly. It has to be at least medium to low.
So if you got 5, if the scale is 1 to 10, correct?
Yes.
So if there's 5 in the middle, that's medium ugly?
Yeah.
So that don't start at medium going up or average.
What is medium?
Medium is average.
A 50% is an F.
Damn.
Passing is 70.
Right.
So that's medium ugly.
Okay. Fair enough. You explain the scale to me. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta look at like, okay, so is it
I
60?
don't know. I don't know.
Is it, well, obviously y'all do because y'all be rating women all the time.
Yeah, but that I'm talking about. I know our scale. I don't know y'all scale.
What is y'all scale? What is medium ugly for men?
Medium ugly is about a 4.
Okay, one different.
You know, once you get to 5, it starts to brighten up. 5 is all right. You didn't even say hi. Y'all straight. Y'all scale is a little different.
No, because medium, a 5 is not somebody that, Mo, do you know how far 5 is from 10?
Yes, I do know.
50%.
Yeah, but how many of these dudes are actually even getting 10s? Exactly.
It just depends on your definition of what that is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
According to my scale, a 10 is Mr. Denzel Washington.
Old Denzel. That's what you're talking about, right?
I just said Mr. Denzel Washington.
Well, somebody might be Googling him now and be like, Christal, your scale is off.
The scale is just fine. My scale is just fine. I met a guy, he told me he was going away for a week. I saw that fool at a concert 2 days later.
I'm trying to tell you, it's the great escape. I know people that get dropped off at the airport, then take an Uber to the hotel near the airport and stay there for the whole weekend.
Why?
Right back up at the airport.
Why are they doing that? That is crazy. Do you know how crazy you have to look at somebody if they tell you they're going out of town and you see? So when you saw him at the concert, I would have went over and said hello to him just to see him squirm.
Leaving work stationery on the kitchen table for like a week just so they see that the job had a convention in Vegas or something. Yeah.
You know what? No, but I think that
you ain't, they said, I know people equal Mo. You don't know. I ain't never did no shit like
that. I think most men will be happy with a solid 70.
Yes. That's actually what the most of us are getting. And this solid 7 is great.
Well, that's what most people are.
Right.
Realistically. Like,
yeah. That's what I rate myself. On a good day, I'm 7.5.
I know y'all are getting ready to get in the comments. But I think, it just depends on what that person is to you. But I don't ever believe, let me tell you something. My mom, Jacqueline Jordan, told me you don't ever get with a man that you're not attracted to because they all do the same things. So you can get a pedigree, beautiful dog, and it's still going to be a dog. So if you get a mutt or a hound, it's going to act the same as a expensive pedigree. So you might as well get what you want. You gonna have
That
to
goes the other way too.
What you mean?
Men too. So when you got these guys holding out for what they want, let them get what they want.
I think everybody should get what they want.
That's where you're gonna see who they are. Exactly. I believe that.
Because if you don't get what you want, you're not gonna treat that person right. So you don't want someone to be with you when they really don't. They feel like they're settling for you because they're gonna treat you like they settle for you.
That part. Get what you want, and you're gonna bring the best out of it. They're gonna, but when somebody was like, I mean, I've seen some dudes treat some women horribly, man. I just be like, wow, man.
But it never lasts. If you get with someone that you don't really like, it won't last. And I think some women, there are a lot of women that will say that they don't have a physical type. But I told you, one of my girlfriends said that, and she said that she didn't like her boyfriend's face. And I was like, oh, that's rough. Like the one you lay down with every night. And she was like, yeah, I don't like his face.
How you do that?
I don't know. I couldn't do it, but she did it. Hey, but you know what? I don't think he wanted to be with someone that didn't like his face. I don't. If you hear your significant other telling her friend, I never really liked that person. I never really thought she was pretty. I just liked how she treated me. That is horrible. And somebody else will find her attractive. That's the thing about all these scales and stuff. Everybody likes different things.
Different things.
We all like different things.
I will be walking around with an attitude if I was ever like that. I couldn't do it. I don't see how they do it.
What?
She's like, Mo, you want some dinner? I'll be like, what? Leave me alone. What? Leave me. I don't want to treat nobody like that.
If she was a 5, you would do that?
Nah.
A 4?
The 3.5, 4, I'll do that. I'm kind. I have a good heart. Now, she touched me with the name right. But I'm just saying, man, because if you don't really not attractive, you're kind of like, they'll get on your nerves a lot faster, right? And I don't want to do that to nobody.
Or if he's broke.
Huh?
Or if he's broke.
Well, let me ask you this, though. I'm glad you said that. What if he becomes broke or just loses his job and it's taking a little longer than normal?
That's not the same as like broke and trifling. Brittany says, I spent time with a man I initially was not attracted to. Months later, I was attracted to him. How he treated me changed how I looked at him physically. I do believe a lot of women are like that.
I think women are like that. But where you at now, though, Brittany?
Brittany, where's he at? Are you still with him? But I also feel like this. I feel like the best thing for me, and I just don't want to, I don't want anything ugly, but the men that I have gone out with that I wasn't as attracted to, they made me laugh. They were fun, good personality, but then still at some point I'm hitting the brick wall.
What at what level though? Like number wise, 5? So if they're funny,
everybody has a different different rating scale. So for me, I went out with this guy that was a bodybuilder,
right?
Very attractive. Body was on 10, face was not. And I just couldn't do it. Not I make myself laugh. You know what? Hey, you 703, you are hilarious, and I get it. But I couldn't get over the face. I was like, I ain't really attracted to that face though. But the body was amazing. A lot of women would have been okay with just the body, but I just didn't like the face.
I've seen dudes like that, especially here, where the body, like the face, didn't matter. That's when I started. They was using the word fine. So I'm thinking it's the package, and fine, and at least in Georgia, just means body. I
have a story. Brittany Chanel says once I started giving him the attention he wanted, he started acting different. So we insisted we just stay friends. See, that's the second part of that story, guys. So my mom said, and my granny said that when you show kindness to an ugly man, they are ungrateful. And what will happen is he will start feeling himself because he has you, and then he'll start treating you like you ain't ish. Men are not grateful. You can be with a broke man and think, oh, he'll probably appreciate the fact that I'm with him and nobody else will want to be with him. He'll look at you and be like, well, hell, if I pulled her with this little check, I could pull somebody else. They're not grateful. You cannot do that. You cannot. And then I had a girlfriend that was dating a guy. I think I told you guys about this. The guy was ugly. She was beautiful. And she would say, we look like Beauty and the Beast together. And guess what? That beast cheated on her. And she was just appalled. Like, how dare he cheat on me? And I said, because he felt like just like he could get you, he'd get somebody else. And he did. So in that regard, that is exactly why we do not give grace when it comes to looks.
Now, outside of that last story, because that I can see that. Well, I can't see it, but I can understand why you would say that. But as far as the other stuff, a lot of times it's because I don't think y'all understand the time frame between, okay, I'm not attracted to him and him trying to show you attention. It could be for other reasons. He's broke, he's trying to show you attention, and y'all drag this thing out. And then you like, finally. Then he finally gets to know you. And it's not what he thought it was. A lot of times you think it's him, but it's really you. And he went through all that just to find out, oh, man.
Well, a lot of times when you put somebody on a pedestal because of how they look, the reality of it is not as good as the idea, right?
Yeah, that is true.
So I think it may not even be the person, because I've had that happen too. You know, you remember when I first started dating, I was dating all a certain look. And it took me a while to realize, even though I liked that look a lot, I wasn't really getting a lot out of it. It was not a lot of brains. It was a lot of money. It was just looks. Like, you could take a shirt off, but ain't got nothing in that wallet. So, and then it's like, you can take a shirt off, but it's not a lot of mental conversation and stimulation there. So I had to rethink that, because the idea of the look was not as good as the reality. So I'm sure that can happen with men as well. I was talking to one of my guy friends, and he went on a date with this girl that was a Playboy model, and she sat at the table taking pictures of herself, selfies of herself the whole night. And I was like, well, what did you expect? She's a Playboy model. Like, you got to think about that. Oh yeah, absolutely. My husband is handsome, because I wasn't doing it. I wanted the whole thing. I want someone I'm attracted to. I'm not going to be with someone that was ugly. I was trying things in my dating process, things that were foreign to me and I did not like. And I realized it didn't work for me. I don't want to be with someone that I don't like their face. I don't want to be with someone that, you know, I don't like the way they look. Their body is atrocious. I don't like that for me. But I also I'm also very big on what I think is attractive to me. It don't have to be what my friends like. I don't like it.
There you go.
You know, my first husband, he was cute to me. You know what I mean? I find people that I want to be with someone that I'm attracted to, but I don't think that for me. Now, there are some girls that works. I want to be attracted to everything. A little bit of everything is better than a lot of one thing. Like that bodybuilder with the perfect body and then the bad face. Like, no, I'd rather have the body's cool, the face cool, the bank account cool, the brains cool. All of it is cool, but not one area is on 10 and everything else is on 0. Uh-oh.
Man, hey man, do what works for you.
You said name a celebrity who is medium. I don't want to do that because I don't want to be mean.
I don't mind doing it, but
go ahead. You go. You go.
Yeah, I'm trying to be kinder and gentle.
I feel like every man, another one may not feel like he's medium.
But I've seen some people kind of step it up. Money does help.
What are you doing, Adrian? So guys, I'm creating my fantasy with my husband. So we've been growing his hair out. But the funny thing is, he keeps taking it out. He's never had his hair long before. He keeps taking it out of the braids. Come here so I can see your hair, babe. He's taking it out, and I'm like, just leave it in the braids. Nope. He takes it, and now it's so wet. Why is it's stuff in it?
Yeah, that's that grease stuff.
So
what's up, Mo?
What up? How you, man?
I'm doing good, brother.
Okay. I see
You
you.
need some of this?
I see you.
You need some of this?
We needed to be in a ponytail. It's out of it keeps coming out of the ponytail, baby. Leave it in the ponytail.
Well, not just now. I just got home from work. So.
See, I'm making my man bun. I'm excited. Say hello to the people, man.
Hello, people.
But don't let me ask. Well, you're not going to be honest, are you?
I am. What's
All right. Do you believe it's important to be with not me, other people? Do you believe that you should be with somebody? Is looks more important or not? Cat Williams? No, absolutely not. That's not the same. That's not the same ponytail. But don't look at the comments.
Mexican or Puerto Rican? Neither.
Okay. Listen. Do you think it's important? Would you be with someone that was medium ugly if they treated you right? Have you been that way before?
Yes.
Really? You're lying.
You didn't ask me to tell the truth.
You've been with someone you weren't very attracted to?
Yeah.
Did you become attracted to them?
Yeah.
Are you talking about me?
No.
Like,
why would you put you? What?
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Are you serious?
Yeah.
So what happened? Why did it end?
It was just when I separate ways.
No. Why do you go your separate ways?
Because I was leaving. I wasn't staying there no more. I was moving.
Oh, the military. Y'all are different. Military people are different. Y'all get in and out. Okay, off you go.
I just got home, man.
I'm about to be off in a minute, babe.
Oh, that's Nell.
Oh, so as you guys see, I am creating my fantasy. One of my celebrity crushes is Jason Momoa. I got like 6 more months and I'll be there.
I wish a woman would.
It's not a big deal.
I wish a woman would. Be like, you know what, Mo? If you just growl and wear a dog chain.
That were you? So what? Wearing a dog chain. What if you?
Like, what? Nah.
Well, different strokes for different folks. I like it. I think it's great.
You don't know. Man, listen, I'm having a ball out here. I don't know what you talking about, Mary.
She said that's why you're single.
They be saying that like that's a.
I would be okay if he turned me into a celebrity crush. I'm fine with that. Who cares? You know, at the end of the day, if you have who you want and that's what they like, I'm fine doing if he wants me to do my hair a certain way, I would. In fact, my husband told me he likes wigs. I don't like wigs like that much. I used to have a ponytail. He does not like my ponytails. When I wear the ponytail, he hates that. So of course I would do what he wants. It's fine. We got to work on it. The Daliala, it's growing. It's in a weird stage. We got to put it back in the ponytail right now or keep it braided. But he keeps taking it out.
Letting it breathe.
Yeah, but I be trying to pull it back in the ponytail, but it's because it's very big. But yeah, I think just be happy. Like if a person says, "Hey, Christal, I want you to wear your hair like this," of course I would. Why wouldn't I? That's good to know, Brittany Chanel. She says it's irrelevant, but DMX growled at me when I met him. That probably meant he was attracted to you. Huh? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Come with the ponytail. Now you guys see that he went off. Why do you take it loose all the time?
Baby, I just got home from work. I'm tired.
A few of them.
Yeah. So, but do you think it's wrong because I told you to grow your hair out? Mo is saying that that's bad.
It's bad for me. I won't want that. Not for you. Do what works for y'all.
You just mad because your hair won't grow. That's the problem.
Listen, in all my dreams I've had, and I don't dream of hair. It just happens. I'm cool with it. I like this. Is easier to maintain. I don't have to deal with no barbershops. None of that.
But you do all this process to shave it.
Yeah, but it has to be shaved to be. That's the point.
Yes.
Then you'd be looking like.
But I mean, but I don't think it's bad if you wanted me to do something to who's your celebrity. Well, I can't look like your celebrity crush.
No, that's not my. Well, yes, you can.
What can I do? But what I can't do nothing to look like her.
Yeah, you can.
What?
Just be who you
Just
are.
get skinny? No, I can't do
She
that.
ain't skinny though.
Okay, whatever. All right. Mo can get a hair system. I don't know about that.
Listen, man, I am just fine.
We know.
Cool.
Hey, and just for the record, I have given up on. I told him because he was sick that he probably would be happy. You know, it would. I wish that he had a girlfriend because I would like somebody to take care of him. I was just saying that as his friend. He took it as a bad thing. So now I'm saying, you know what? To hell with it. Sit over there on yourself. To hell with it. Sit over there and be sick and make your own chicken noodle soup. And I hope you find a dog. And that's it. I'm over it.
No, when I'm up, then I'll be like, okay, I need the cherry on top will be nice. I don't want when I'm down and be like, see, this is why I need a woman. Because nah.
His celebrity crush is Nia Long. But he also had another celebrity crush that I mean, that he banked on the wrong.
I actually talked to
her. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Mo, you want to know who it is?
What up?
You want to know who the other one is?
I already know.
Who?
We told him already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I ain't gonna say it on here, but I already know.
Oh, okay. All right. Later.
If that's really the crush, there's nothing I can do because that's never gonna be. That's just not me.
Leave me alone, man.
Whatever. Anyway.
Cool in the 90s.
Marriott says Gail. We know that Gail is Mo's celebrity. Did you know that?
I did.
She's my old school, like older lady. Well, what's the name that got her now?
Who was that?
What's
Shirley Ralph?
First of all, Shirley Ralph is holding.
I know. I already know.
But I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about Ro, to do the skits with Country Wayne.
Oh Lord. I didn't ask who your older ones.
Do you want to know?
Sure, Adrian.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett. Okay. Well, do you know mine?
Yeah.
We all know y'all.
The Honorable Mr. Denzel Washington.
Devil in the blue dress.
I don't even have a lot. I don't even have any other celebrity crushes besides Denzel. I'm coming down. All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to go out and go get up under my husband.
Okay.
But Mo, I
still gonna put Viola Davis.
Viola Davis is beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Mo was not a singer, he was a rapper. But I would love to see that.
What was that?
The Daliala says, Mo, what if they just wanted you to sing their celebrity crush's song? Since you used to be a singer, would you be against that?
I might be able to rap it.
He definitely would not be singing it.
Right.
Yes, he probably could rap it.
See, I like women like, you notice my crushes, the women I like, carry themselves like ladies. Y'all don't believe me. The other women I was just sleep with, but settle and really make me focus on are the ladies.
Yeah. Yes, her walk is, Viola Davis has a mean walk.
You know, somebody did a skit.
I saw that where she was in the gym. She was on the treadmill. That was stupid. I was like, I wonder if she saw that. Mo, Miss Hill wants to know, when is your channel dropping?
24th. The 24th, yes. At midnight. Okay. Or as soon as we get off the show. But yeah, right after.
Is that on a Saturday?
Huh? Well, it's Friday night going to Saturday. I'm dropping it.
It's Friday going to Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said, too bad it didn't work with Vanessa. No, I don't think so.
I don't. Yeah, that was, this happened.
So I don't think that was supposed to happen. I feel like people that are on reality TV shows, 9 times out of 10 are on there for a reason.
Yeah. Beautiful woman though, but it's all good.
We know you liked her.
Yeah, man. I like there's a few people I like, but you gotta think realistic of what's going on. I'm not dating anybody more than 2 hours away. All these little things, man.
I don't think that's good. I think you got to open up your boundaries a little bit. But
if I want to see you, I want to see you like that day, or maybe the next day. I don't want to 5 hours wait to this get up. I'm just not interested in that. It's cool, something to come through. It's all good. I'm enjoying life,
as you should.
The new Philly scene? We're waiting to where
no, I'll have some information on it because I think we have something that we're going to share with them about that. So we'll have some news for you guys next week. The next speed dating event, it looks like it's going to be on the 24th. here at ATL, same location, August 24th. We'll also have flyers and information about that again for you guys. For you guys that are here, we're encouraging you to come out. So we did have 3 couples go out. I really don't feel like the vigilante date was bad. I just don't think it was bad because he went out with the girl twice. If a date is bad, you don't get a second chance. If it was horrible the first
because the other one was going to be a second chance, but the other person they didn't want to do it.
So maybe, but neither one of them were bad.
Well, yeah,
I would say if a ex reaches out to you, that's probably a reason not to go on a date.
Right,
but if you go, then it's kind of on you.
Right.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't a match. Can we talk about that real quick?
I like that.
Because somebody doesn't work with you and that person does not mean that it was a bad time or it was a failure. Sometimes it's just, it didn't work. It just, not everything is going to be a match. Thank you, Sister Disrupt. Unless it's supposed to be your forever, it may not work. But I'm talking about if you weren't disrespected, if you weren't totally grossed out, if it was an experience that wasn't negative, then that's not bad.
But it is not. But I think sometimes when people can't see why, or in their mind it should have, a lot of times they trying to find a reason, and the first thing to do is villainize the other person, and I don't like that. Right. Sometimes it just, I've been out on plenty of dates and it just wasn't good person. It just wasn't a good fit or time or whatever the case. They're not bad people, not everybody.
No, I agree with that. Like, it's not I can say this, the people that I met, because while I was dating online before, because I dated online and I stopped for like 2 years. But before, when I was dating online, I met a lot of nice guys. They just weren't the guys for me. It wasn't the guy for me. But it wasn't like they were bad. Like I didn't have people disrespect me, or we might have went. It just wasn't the right fit. But it did show me that there are some good guys. Just because he's not the man that you want to be with doesn't mean that he's a bad man and there's no good men out there. Like that's the narrative that we have to stop saying, right? Yeah, I could say he's nice. That's just not. I'm not attracted to him, right? Like. It's just not for me.
Or you could be geographically undesirable.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has what is important to them. They're deal breakers.
They smoke cigarettes and I can't do it. I got asthma or whatever.
They have little children and I'm not looking. I had a guy one time. He had like a 2-year-old, a 3, almost 4-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And he was like, "We're gonna come by." I was like, "No, you aren't. My house is not kid friendly, and I'm not, and I was not open to dating anyone with little children. Not that many little children. No. But I'm sure he's a nice guy. Just not the guy for me. My kids were teenagers, and I was not trying to. I like this house is not soundproof. We don't kid proof. We got outlets that aren't covered and cabinets that open, and no, don't bring those children over here. But you go on and you go back to their mama. But I'm sure he was a nice guy. We had good conversation, but that just wasn't what I was into, And I think there are some guys that I met that wanted to have children. That's not what I was into. If you want to have a child, you don't have children, you're 45, you don't have any children, you still want to have children, you may need a different woman. That doesn't make him a bad guy.
You knew it was a woman that lived across the street from me. You knew her.
Yeah.
And she had I think she had 3 kids, but 2 came to the house.
She reminds me of my girlfriend.
And the little girl was writing on the wall. Little boy stole my change. I was like, I'm done with the little. I'm cool. When they that young, I'm like, nah. I see him now.
She reminds me of Mercedes.
Interesting.
You can see that?
And now that you say that,
whenever I think of her, I think of Mercedes.
Got you.
Yeah. But yeah, like that doesn't, and I think we have to start restructuring how we talk about our past. Like I met I met some foolishness, but I also met some good guys. I remember I went out with this guy that used to play professional baseball, and he told me that he was 6 feet. He ended up being not 6 feet. Does that make him a bad person? No. I just didn't like the fact that he lied about his height. Thought that was childish, and I was ill prepared for what showed up on the date.
You know why he did? Because in baseball, they're encouraged to for the other team. So
he told me that, and I thought he was lying. He told
that's a real thing. That's a lot of sports do that.
He told me that they want the other team to think they're bigger, and I'm like, y'all are hitting a baseball bat. Why does it matter if you're 6 feet or 5'8", 5'9"?
It's intimidating. I should ask y'all, why does it matter? If that's the case, should be asking you that.
No, but I'm just saying the other team, why does the other team care how tall a baseball player is? I thought he was lying.
Tall, wide, I don't know.
I thought he was lying. I think I told you that.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing. They do it in all sports.
Well, I was like, first thing I said is, you're not 6 feet. And he was like, I said, no, trust me, I know 6 feet and this is not it. And then he was like, then he told me this story about the baseball, and I was like,
they do it in football too.
I'm sure. Well, football, it makes sense because you want a big person for football, but baseball, you just needed to be able to hit the ball. He was probably like 5'9", 5'10", maybe 5'10", but 6 feet has a very distinct look, and I know it well. That wasn't it. But I'm just saying, like, that didn't mean he was a bad person. You know what I mean? Like, that just meant our date was off to a bad start because I felt like he was a liar.
Because he didn't want you to Google him. He wanted to match.
No, but I already knew that he played baseball. Like I'd already known that. Like I met him at an event like that. But when we were talking on the phone later, I asked him how tall he was, and he said 6 feet. Now, also that was when I was in more of my shallow stage. I have moved past that. Not baseball is so boring. Why bother lying? Don't do that.
Yeah,
baseball players
way better in person.
Baseball players actually make more money than everybody.
Right.
And they don't beat their bodies up the same.
It is true.
Okay, Rose has a question. If you haven't been in a committed relationship in a while, over 6 years, how do you explain this on a date? And I agree with C-Dub. Why do you have to explain? You do not have to explain. A date is not like, you don't owe anyone an explanation on your past. I would just say, it's been a while since I've been in a relationship. If you act like 6 years is a big deal, they're going to act like 6 years is a big deal. You set the tone. Make sure, let me say this. Before you go on dates, make sure that you're in a confident space, because so many people go out and they don't feel confident about themselves, and that just shows. And men are able to pick up on that like a bright red flag. Like, please, men tend to think that women who haven't been in a relationship are nutty or something is wrong. I don't think that applies to Black women. The numbers aren't in our favor for any reason. No, I think that, yes, people will say that, but at the end of the day, you just say what your truth is. Also, you don't have to tell anybody your stats. You don't owe anyone your stats up off the rip. I haven't been in a relationship in a while. I've been focusing on me. Just say what you want to say and let it go. But don't go on a date thinking that you're going to be looked at the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like that, just don't do that.
There you go.
I agree with Toya. You don't need to explain the gap in your resume or dating history. You set your own narrative, but it's conversation. And if they say, well, how long? It's been a while, and you keep on moving. Now, if you say, well, it's been a while, and they're gonna be like, well, how long? And then it goes forward. But they're gonna respond to you.
And don't take no deep breaths when you say.
That's what I'm saying. You'd be like, well, it's been a while. It's been hard.
He's like this. Trust me. Yep.
And you know what? Another thing women do. I think that on the other side, when men say that when was their last relationship? 2 years ago. What happened? Did you cheat? Women always assume that the man cheated in the relationship. Don't ask him that.
Or the woman ended it, not the man ended it.
But we always assume that you guys are the ones that messed up.
Right. And that is like
Now, ladies,
villainizing me. What?
a lot of times that is the case, but don't say it.
So is it wrong? I always ask why I did it. And the reason, because I noticed the pattern, and they say, well, he had an issue with this or this didn't work. And down the line, I'd be like, I got an issue with that too. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I think different people bring out different things. So
That's true.
You know, I like to hear, to me, if a person they don't say anything that they did wrong. And I've said this before on this channel. If they say the girl was crazy, that's why we broke up. Every girl was crazy. But if they say, well, you know what, I had a lot of growing to do. I like that. Even if they say I cheated, I had to learn, I should not have stepped out. And I learned that was the wrong thing to do. I'm cool with that. I'd rather you say that than blame the girl.
Unless it really is the girl.
But even if it is the girl, you did something to create that environment. Like, it's always,
you did?
Yes.
Yes.
Guess what? My last relationship before Adrian, it was horrible. But guess what? I did something in that. I did something to create that. I had no business dating this person. And I learned something from that. So if it's all the other person's fault, chances are you haven't matured and done your due diligence to figure out what you were doing to stay in something that was not serving you.
From that aspect,
it's never always the other person. It's just not.
Yeah, no, we're not saying always, but it's like, how you choose how you respond. Your response could be staying in it longer than you should have.
Yeah, but you stayed in it longer than you should for a certain reason. Maybe that person had money and you wanted to keep getting that money. Or maybe that person made it comfortable for you and you didn't want to, you enjoyed using them to an extent.
You just loved them and you were really just simply trying to make it work.
But that sounds like when people say, well, what are one of your flaws? I just love too much. No, you got some other flaws. What's up? You got some.
Would you say it like that?
I do. I don't like that. I hate when people act, well, I'm just too much of a giving person. No, you got some flaws.
If you say it like that was aggressive, Christal.
What?
How you said it. You would say it like that?
No, probably not on a date because I act real girly on a date. But no, but I also, what I do is I stay real smiley and then I'll be like, yeah, I'm never going out with him again.
There you go. That's normally my approach.
Yeah, I'm not going to be mean to somebody on a date. But when somebody says, I just am too much of a giver. I'm just too nice. I just want love to be. No, you are full of it. What is your issues? Everybody has issues.
There you go.
What is something that you do that would get on the other person's nerves?
On that person's nerves, because it might be something else to somebody else.
I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 it's going to get on mine too. Because when you talk to people that used to go out with people that it's always the same thing. Even if you're a good person, you still have issues. You still have flaws.
That's what I was saying. So a lot of times I get it and I'll be like, I don't like that either. I understand why he did.
But usually a person is not going to be honest about that. Yes, too nice equals can't take criticism. And I'm also not self-aware. Not self-aware because that is not your only problem. Not. Insecure is a big issue. Yes, I help too much equals you're controlling and don't know when to back up. Say that again. Say that for the people in the back. Because there's so many, especially men. I don't know about women because I don't date women. But when men will say, I give too much. And what they're doing is I'm giving you something, expecting something in return. And when I don't get that, I'm going to turn on you. Keep it, sir. Keep it.
What meaning, like, give me an example.
Men will try to control you with what they give you.
Oh, that kind of give. I thought okay, I got you. Okay.
No, I help too much. But see, those men are always the one that want to do so much in the beginning. They want to help. Well, let me do this. Let me do that.
That's the red flag that don't get mentioned enough. That's the red flag, but it gets passed off as, oh, he's just or I like a man. Yeah, but a lot of times when somebody's doing it that much that early, there's something up.
That's true, but you know what's the same thing with women?
Men or women?
Nah, Nah, when men will try to give you things and buy your love. Women will try to out freak you.
No, women will. Crystal.
But I'm saying that's a red flag when she tries to out freak you. She wants to be.
No, I'm talking about women.
I'm talking about. I know, because that's what women like. Men like sex. And when a woman I had a guy friend tell me this girl was like, I want to do anything that you want. I want to be the nasty. When I'm like, that's a red flag. And sure enough, it ended up being a red flag. But y'all don't think that's a red flag. You think that's a gift horse that you don't want to look in the mouth.
That could be one. No, I'm saying the woman trying to buy you things.
That's true, but what about the woman trying to sex you to all?
No, absolutely. I mean, if she has what's the difference between that and she just has a high sex drive?
See how you're trying to make that right?
No, I'm asking. I don't know. I'm just asking.
I'm just saying when that's from the beginning and she's just excited about that, doing that, and she doesn't know you like that. She just wants to. She's trying to get you hooked. Women are not stupid. We know that you can get a man with a man. You could turn a man out, right? And you could buy a little time with that. So that's what she's doing, and it's not. Yeah. But men love that. It's like, I'm gonna give that a pass. Nothing wrong with that. No, it's just a red flag. It's a red flag. Just like if a dude offers to take me shopping on the first date, if she offers to do all this sexual stuff with you, that's a red flag.
Got you.
Now somebody gonna match my freak.
So especially but fellas, if that's all you're there for anyway, do what you do.
See how y'all always turn around and find a way to make it right.
I'm just saying, half the dudes, they're only there for that anyway. She's part of the roster.
But then they get upset when she ends up cheating or doing something with somebody else.
That part's true. You can't. If she's part of the roster, and she ain't in your.
No, if she's open to freak you up and down when you first met, chances is this is not foreign to her.
This is what I'm saying. So at that point, she puts herself in that category over there. Because
some men are hoping and wishing and praying that they can turn a hoe into a housewife.
And brother, that shit don't work.
And if she is in her whole phase, God bless her. That's fine. But that may mean that she's in the phase. It's not just you.
Yeah. I hope it's your turn tonight.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Don't get caught up.
Hey, man. Well, this was good. We talked a little bit about how to start the dating process. Because I think a lot of this, especially like, when do people talk about certain things? When should you expect? What should you be expecting? But I just feel like there's a difference between dating in your 20s and 30s and dating in your 40s and 50s. And there has to be a difference. Now, if you guys are if you're both on the mentality of a 20-year-old, then by all means, carry on. But usually if you got grandchildren and possibly the potential of high blood pressure, things should be a little different.
I do think they both move fast.
I do, but I do want to say this, and this is not about dating. I went to the Black Women's Expo, and I just want to put this out there for the channel because you guys know I sincerely love the XO family. I haven't been able to do as much because I've been traveling, so I haven't been able to spend as much time talking and outside of doing interviews and outside of these conversations that I usually do. But when I went to that expo, and even Essence, I felt the same way at Essence. Like, Black women, we have got to do a better job of taking care of our health. We have got to do a better job of taking care of our health, just for us, not for others, but for us. And so I made a challenge to myself. I am going to put every intention into getting into shape and really taking care of myself, not for someone else, but for myself. I want to be able to be happy with what I see and how I feel. And I have some work to do, right? And so I just want to encourage all of us, because there should be no reason that you go to an event with mostly us and it's so different looking than others, right? So we've got to get our physical together, Black men and Black women. But I'm just saying, for me, I'm always speaking to us because I feel like that's my calling, is other women. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys a challenge. I'm going to share with you guys probably later next week the company that I'm going to start working with, because I just want to get physical. Like, it's not necessarily about getting to a certain number because everybody looks different at different sizes and we all have different goals. But I do want to get to where I'm physically able to be competitive. Like I know I told you guys that I'm working on dressage with my horse. Zuri and I are both not in shape for that yet. We're working towards it, but Zuri is she is being difficult right now. We're having some trouble, but we are going to compete in dressage. Just give us a minute because I think that's one of my goals. But it would be a lot easier for me to get there because riding a horse and doing horsemanship, when you're in great physical shape, it makes it easier. So I've got to do some work on me physically, and then we've got to do some work with her so she and I together can be more competitive. We can be athletes, right? I saw the equestrian challenge at the Olympics, and we're not maybe not be going to the Olympics, but we are definitely going to do some work. The oldest person doing dressage at the Olympics was 59. So I have time. I have some time to get it together, but really I want to be physically strong. Yes, Kanisha Rayford. Like there's nothing better than rewarding your body with treating it right. And so I am challenging our XOers to do the same thing. And oh, congratulations, Rhonda. She said I ran my first 5K a few weeks ago. That is really dope. That is dope. Can we give her the official hand clap? Yes, I'm doing an 8-week fitness challenge. The activity is fine. Eating habits need improvement. I'm kind of the same way. My eating habits need improvement, but I also just want to get active. So that's what I'm going to do because I want to enjoy this part of my life. This is such a happier time in my life than when I was younger. So how dare I not respect this time by trying to be in the best physical shape as possible? So that's what I am working on. Yes. So we'll be talking about it. You guys look out for a post next week. If you go to my Instagram page, I actually talked to some of the women from this workout group that I met there in Chicago, and they really inspired me. All of them were like over 50 and they looked amazing. And they were just all, sisterhood support. Sister support is the best support. And yes, one step at a time, but I think it's about getting up and doing it and sharing with other people. I'm not perfect, but I know that I can be a better version of Christal, right? And so that's what this is about. And I know it'll make me feel better and it'll make me more competitive when I'm, working on doing things with Zuri and even just doing things in my personal life. So that's something. And I'm going to challenge Adrian to do it as well. I don't know if he will, but we'll see.
I'm sure he will.
We will see. Other than that, I have a sisterhood brunch that I'm hosting here at my house on Saturday. And I will put up a video from that. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait to share with you guys. We're doing it for a product called Brown Kind. And it is a skincare product that basically is for people with melanin in their skin because it's very different. Our skin, as we know, age is different. And I can't wait to share that with you. The owner of the company did a lot of research as a dermatologist, and she understands how Black skin ages. It's like, yeah, we say Black don't crack, but there's some other things that happen to Black skin as far as like tone not being as bright, pores being clogged. There's some different things that happen to us. We don't get wrinkles. Very few of us have like just a wrinkly face, but we do have some other things. And so we need to treat our skin differently because we have melanin in our skin. So we have different set of issues. So I look forward to sharing that with you guys. Mo, what you got up this weekend or the rest of the week?
I'm getting content together, man. I'm super excited. Thank y'all for those who've been asking. And I'll just say it again very quick. Starting a channel, dropping on the 24th. It's called Let's Get Fly with Scorpio Moe. It's a lifestyle channel. It's a lifestyle channel. Anything from head to toe, from cars to homes to vacation spots to hotels to self-care, all the above. That's what we'll be doing. And in this informative, fun, some things will be vlogs, some things will be feature pieces, some things will just be reels, but it's all inclusive in that lifestyle. And I'll be shooting some stuff this weekend. And other than that, that will be it.
You guys, I'm putting the name of the skincare company in the chat in case you want to check it out. But I'll definitely have a video with more information about it next week. But you can go to brownkind.com and check it out. But it's really dope. I've been using the product and I can tell the difference. Because again, they're made specifically for our skin. But I can't wait to share the video with you guys.
That's gonna be dope.
20 women that are amazing, that I'm just, 20 of my tribe that I feel like make me stronger, coming out, and we're just gonna have brunch, love on each other, and get information about a skincare product. So of course I got to share that with my XO family as well. But we'll be back Friday. Now, Friday, we have a conversation coming. We're going to wrap up this, the recap for Love and Marriage Huntsville as we get prepared for the season to return next week.
Yes, 17th.
And for this week, we talked a lot about, Martell and Melody, but I really want to break down, because we saw this argument between Martell and Marceau. And so I want to go back, guys. We're going to go back to the beginning, first season, and we'll have clips. We're going to rock it out like we did last week, and go through the relationship with Martell and Marceau and see how it got to the point where Martell is calling Marceau a biatch, Negro. So I want to go through that. I want to talk about the differences in the relationships, because a lot of the marriages between Martell and Melody and Marceau and Tisha are a big part of the issue, between Melody and Tisha, honestly. So we're going to talk about that. It's all about Marceau versus Martell on Friday. You guys tune in for that. It's going to be a good show.
That's real good.
And Lynn Toy says, I'm 53, 100% into skincare. Looking forward to the information. Can't wait to share it. Trust me, I got some stuff coming. We're going to do a great informational in the video. And then I'm also hosting a media brunch. So if there are any people in the media that are here in Atlanta that I don't know, reach out to me, because we're doing a media brunch for the company on Monday. And I have some amazing ladies coming for that as well. But yeah, I think that's it. Martell versus Marceau this Friday. Let's talk about it. Let's get into all the nuances. We're going to go back to season 1 and kind of break it down. We first started seeing that there was a discrepancy with Melody and Martell, all the issues leading up until this fight that we see in this trailer, with Martell and Marceau. And we also can talk about Canvas Beauty, but you know what? It doesn't even matter, because Stormy is killing it. So we will talk about it, but she's killing it. And so there's nothing beats revenge more than success. So if you're successful, that's kind of the best way to keep your haters, as in the words of Beyonce, best revenge is your paper. And Stormy is definitely the poster child for that. So I look forward to seeing you guys Friday at 10.
Friday, y'all.
Friday at 10, Martell versus Marceau. What team are you on? Team Martell, Team Marceau.
Let's get some guys in this. Tell friends to watch this, so you can hear other men's opinions, because there's a male etiquette thing, and men know certain things that are amongst men.
We need to invite some guys on. We need to invite some guys on to talk about this with us. I'm going to create a flyer specifically for this show. And we'll have both of them on there, Martell versus Marceau. Let's talk about it, because we gotta make sure that we get down and get this all out in the open, so we're ready next week to get into the regular recap on Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right. We love y'all. Be safe. Have a productive week. We will be back here Friday for this show. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. It's going to be good. We look forward to the comments as always. And it's going to be good. So we'll see you guys on Friday.
10 o'clock, y'all, Friday.
Bye.